Today we're going to learn about divisibility rules. Now, in order to factor, it's good to know some divisibility rules. Divisibility rules are ways that we can determine whether a number is divisible by some common factors. For example, if we take the number 10, we know it's an even number. The first divisibility rule I want to share is the divisibility rule for 2. Any even number can be divided by 2. So you know that 10 can be divided by 2, and that would make 5. So we know any even number can be divided by 2. When factoring a number, let's say 14, which is even, we automatically know one of the factorizations is going to be 2 and another number. And 2 times 7 happens to be 14. So our factorization would be 2 times 7. So next we're going to cover divisibility by 5. Let's take 15. I think it's easy to guess that 15 can be divided by 5. But why is that? Well, because it ends in a 5. Any whole number where the ones place is a 5 can be divided by 5. So we know 15, 5 is one of the factors, and 3 would be the other. If we take 15 and subtract 5 from it, we get 10. And we know 10 is also divisible by 5. So that's the other part of the rule. The rule is that if the ones place is a 5 or a 0, then it is divisible by 5. So let's take a large number like 130. We know that 5 is one of its factors because the ones place is a 0. And the other number would be 26. So this is the factorization of 130 in terms of 5. Also notice that it's also an even number, so it can also be divisible by 2. So the factorization of 130 in terms of 2 would be 2 and 65. While we're on the subject, divisibility by 10, the rule for this is if the ones place is 0. So 130 is divisible by 10. It would be 10 and 13. Another kind of cool thing to notice is that I covered the divisibility by 2, 5, and 10, and 2 and 5 happen to be factors of 10. Therefore, any number that is divisible by 10 automatically is divisible by 2 and 5 as well. So if we know a number is divisible by 10, like 140, which is 10 and 14, we automatically know it can also be divisible by 5 and by 2.